I know. I
And
re
again to sleep.
you were my kind. I remember
Yeah.
those times too. When I
Mhm.
saw the clock and it was like 11 o'clock, I was like, I still have time.
Yes.
And today you see 11, it's like, holy shit, I lost all my morning.
Mm-hmm.
No?
Exactly in that way.
That's so true.
Yes.
That's so true. I mean, sometimes I take those power naps in the evening on Monday or Tuesday, especially on Monday. I feel very exhausted because I did way too much on the weekend
Yes.
because I wanted to take advantage, of the time. But then that's negative because
They're so tired.
you are tired to start exactly. So
Yes.
I haven't found the balance between those two.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I remember one special day. It was Friday,
Mhm,
and I finished like three exams
mhm,
that day. But I had also like two more in the week.
mhm,
It was a finals week. And it was 7 p.m. when I arrived at home. And I only eat something in my home. And then I went to my parents' bedroom and I fall asleep.
accidentally.
Yeah. And my mother wake me up,
Woke me up.
woke me up until 12, I think, in the other day. Yeah, and she told me like you were like a rock.
There's an expression, you passed out.
I passed out.
Yes. Which is the best way to say it. Sometimes you don't
Yes.
notice and you're
Yes.
already done.
Yeah, and I didn't put my pajamas
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
on.
You just
Mm-hmm.
wear on jeans and everything, no?
Mm-hmm. I died.
I die.
That night I wasn't existing here.
That's great. That's peaceful. That's
Mm-hmm.
peaceful. It's so nice to have somewhere to pass out whenever it's needed. Yeah.
Yes.
I remember when the first days I used my bike.
Mm-hmm.
I was so scared. And there was one day where there was a very, very, very tight uphill, and there
Mm-hmm.
was traffic.
Mm-hmm.
And my bike turned off on the uphill.
No.
And I was like, oh my God, it's time to use all my abilities to try to turn it on without going back because I have a car centimeters away. And if I go back a little, I will hit it.
Yeah.
So do everything, all your power. So I tense myself so bad that I was actually like in tension all the way. And it was like 200 meters uphill, and then the road was normal. It was raining. It was so much stress, and it was just 11 o'clock in the morning. It was super early. I started my
We're
day.
starting the day.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Like 5 o'clock in the morning, I was very happy, no? I was like,
Mhm.
"Ooh, this is fun." 11 o'clock in the morning, I was like, please get me home. I just want to arrive home. When I got home finally, I saw my bed
Yeah.
and I passed out so deeply that I I forgot, of course, to put an alarm. And it
Obviously.
was I woke up 10 o'clock after four groups. Like I didn't teach my four groups that day. I was
That
so
poor group, like, what happened with the teacher?
literal,
Did he
all of
die?
them. My phone was burning on notifications. Like
Yeah.
it was massive notification. Where is it? Where is this guy? My assistant was calling me like crazy. Like, I don't know, guys. You know, it was so embarrassing, and I didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to say,
Yes,
and
you don't know because sometimes the people got or
gets
gets worried
yeah,
about what happened to you.
of
It is not
course,
that they are mad.
totally.
they are worried, and you're like, I just wake up from a nap.
Exactly. And yes, yes. How do you explain to a person that is worried for you that you were just sleepy, like an
Yes.
angel, like a baby? You were all stressed, no? So yeah, I told everybody the story, and whomever believed in me, cool. Whoever didn't, sorry, my bad,
Believe
man.
whatever you want.
Exactly. I mean, I cannot come up with anything else. That's the only reason.
That's the truth.
That's the truth. That was so embarrassing. So embarrassing. I was questioning myself, like, do I need a bike? And like, I love her so much. I love her so much. I need a her, of course.
Mm,
You know.
yes.
Anyway, sorry. I always interrupt you.
We always do that.
I
Don't
love to
be
talk to you. I love talking about that. Do you have already? Uh, I imagine you love How to Train Your Dragon.
I have never seen the movie. Yeah.
What? You are not the kind of going to the movies, right?
Yes.
But casually.
But casually, and there are movies that I don't know why I have never seen.
Dude,
Yeah.
that movie is totally your type.
Really?
That you're gonna love it so bad, like really bad.
Really?
I don't know how you have been all this time not watching it. It's crazy. Okay. If
Homework for tomorrow.
tomorrow I need a 200-word essay. Wow. Okay. I wanted to tell you. Well, I'll tell you later on a personal level. Okay. Right now we are working,
Okay.
but remind me later.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's check this out.
Yes.
When we talk about artificial intelligence, my take is completely in favor of it. You didn't change this. Perfect. Nevertheless, I will put a period here.
Okay.
Let me see if the glitch disappeared. Perfect. When we talk about artificial intelligence, my take is completely in favor of it. Period. When I was ashamed when I showed you that I use ChatGPT. I was like, no, no, no,
She's going to hate me.
she's gonna hate me. She's gonna laugh. I was like,
No, we actually used it there.
science. Very
Mm-hmm.
nice. Nevertheless, I think that we need to be careful and use it as a tool, which I think is exactly the purpose this was created for. It. It instead of this.
Okay.
Okay?
It was created for.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I would like to do this instead of this and that. Yeah, you are not pointing. You're referencing it. So purpose, it was created for. Therefore, it is important to recognize that some risks include job displacement, privacy violations. Therefore, I would change therefore to however.
Oh, I put however.
Yeah, because you are saying before this statement, you
Mm-hmm.
are saying that you are in favor of it,
Yes.
not against.
Oh.
So when you say therefore, you are following the same idea, and this can be confusing.
Okay.
However, is a contrast.
Okay.
So, however, it is important to recognize that some risks, and now you are contrasting, talking about risks,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah, because it's funny. The other way, you can say, I mean, you are in favor. because it involves some nice risks. For example, job displacement. So that's the positive side, dude.
Less how do you say when you have less people around you?
I don't know, but when you have less people around you, like you isolate.
No, in the way you are like the best. Less competency? I don't know.
Ah, competition.
Less competition.
Less competition. Less competition.
Yeah.
You remind me of a meme.
What's the matter?
The genie, when the genie, no, the look on the genie's face when me what to do with world hunger. I hope I find it. Ah, yes, is it? I found it. Do you understand it?
The triple world. Okay.
That was you with your therefore. All the science world looking at you like,
Mm,
"Hmm,
very nice.
okay,
Very nice statement. Interesting.
okay. So she doesn't want us here. However, it is important to recognize that some risks include job displacement, privacy violations, and autonomous systems potentially operating beyond human control. But if we stopped completely the use of AIs, we can also accidentally short-sight all the benefits for science and society that could see. Nice, you eliminated the passive.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. We can also accidentally foresight all the benefits for science and society that could see the light in the next few years. Mm. Let's use could to talk about past
Mm-hmm.
and might or may to talk about future.
Okay.
Because yeah, could is possibility, but it's more associated to past.
Okay.
Mhm. That might see the light in the next few years. For example, let's take a look at AlphaFold's Google AI switch. At Google's AlphaFold AI.
Oh, really?
Yep,
Yeah,
because
because it is from Google.
from Google with
Mm-hmm.
apostrophe S.
Yes, 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 yes.
So here we have an possessive issue,
Mm-hmm.
which came to the world wholeheartedly with the purpose to transform the way we see the structure of a protein. Mhm. Although this advantage came to revolutionize the world and facilitate lab work, the scientific community thinks that it is impossible to supply the wet lab work. What do you mean with wet lab work?
Oh, that is an expression from scientific people. There
Interesting.
are two kinds of labs.
Uh-huh.
Is wet lab and dry lab. Wet lab is what you do in a normal lab with the water, watery things.
What are the
and
things? Uh-huh.
and dry lab is what you do in computers, like programs and coding and all these things.
Wow.
Mhm.
Okay. That's so interesting. Okay. So then you need to omit that.
Okay, wet lab work only.
Yeah, because it is the name in general of an activity you do. Like
Okay.
when you say you cannot replace A and B, not no, you cannot replace A with B. You never say you cannot replace the A with the B.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
the article there is extra here.
Okay.
It is impossible to supply wet lab work with just a bunch of codes in the last year. And in the last year, this statement has made people talk so much about the consequences of AI usage. With a bunch of codes, period.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Last year, and every time you use last year, never use the. Like when you say last week, last month, last Friday,
Mm-hmm.
never use that because it's like saying the Monday, the Friday. It's
Okay.
Spanglish.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Last year, this statement has made people talk so much. Last year, this statement. Okay, let me show you.
Oh no.
No,
Oh,
I'm gonna show you how I teach. Um,
that sounds really bad.
wow, why?
How I teach.
Yeah, in a way. Yeah, I'm gonna show you the way I teach beginners.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't know what you meant with that. But here we go.
Okay.
Ta-dam.
By Fernando Pérez.
Yes, I
I
made this myself. It's actually copyrighted, by the way.
Oh, very nice.
And it's copyrighted because I literally compounded all useful grammar into one single manual. And it's basically everything, like the most all the grammar knowledge that is
Mm-hmm.
used to talk
Mm-hmm.
in a concised package for you
Wow.
to use. If you want a copy, I will send it to you.
Yes, please.
But here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
The principal theory of my manual is to understand the relationship between the time expression and the verb.
Mm-hmm.
That's because, in obvious words, if you have a time expression that is speaking in past, you cannot use a verb in present, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason they need to match. If
Okay.
they don't match, it's because either the time is incorrect or the verb is incorrect. They need to go
Together.
pair to pair, right? To coincide.
Okay.
Well, having this in mind, it becomes really confusing when we are talking about context number 5 and context number 6, because both are used to talk about the past.
Mm-hmm.
Context number 5 is basically simple past. Verb in past, did, didn't, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Context 6 is past participle, have, haven't, has, hasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the line is blurred. Do you know what is blurred?
Yes.
Well, the line is blurred when you are talking about context number 5 and 6 because sometimes it's difficult to understand when I need to use have and when I need to use the verb in past.
Okay.
Both are pasts.
Yes.
And here's the issue. Last year is a certain point in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But you wrote has made.
Mm-hmm.
This can be corrected with either context 5 or context 6. So you can write two versions of this sentence.
Okay.
Either you change Either you change the time expression or you change the verb. And then
Okay.
you have two versions of it. Let's try to change the verb. If last year is a specific moment in the past, what's the past of has made?
And a specific moment?
I mean, has made is context 6, transform it to context 5.
It was with using did, right?
Yep.
Okay, last year, this statement, statement
Mhm.
I don't know.
Don't
The
change the verb, eh? Just conjugate.
mm, I don't know.
What's going on?
How can I write did?
Oh no, did is only for a question.
Yeah,
You don't need did.
you don't need it.
It's an affirmation, a positive sentence.
Mm-hmm. Very fast, just completed. Only made?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's version number 1.
Okay.
Last year, this statement made people talk.
Okay.
Because you are giving me a specific time.
Mm-hmm.
If you tell me an adverb of recent events, something that has happened, recently, currently, in recent years,
Mm-hmm.
since its birth, it can change. And you can use structure 6.
Okay. In which you need to change the time expression. Like,
Recently,
uh-huh.
currently, in recent days, since its birth, etc. This statement
Has made. Mm, people talk.
People talk. Da-da.
Okay. So I need to change one of two.
The one that gets closer to your intention when you wrote this.
Okay. I
Which one
think
is closer to your intention, version 1 or version 2?
version 1.
Amazing. Because last year, why specifically last year?
Because they launched AlphaFold version 3.
Okay, so you can say last year after
The launching
lunch. Lunch
after
is the noun.
launch. Okay.
After the launch of of version 3 or of V3,
Okay.
that's a specific moment in the past.
Mm-hmm. Very
Or
nice.
last year after it became more and more used because of the launch of version 3.
Or after they accepted
Uh-huh.
the publications that comes with protein structure from AlphaFold.
Yes. That's more specific.
Okay, okay.
All that context allows you to use simple past.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to use has.
Okay.
That's why I was curious to see if you needed has or not, because there is a one of the applications for structure 6 is recent past.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really know which one you meant.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the biggest issues. And right now I am actually doing contrasts with simple past and present perfect with the group I left before you. This is the information we are looking at right now. So it was a great opportunity to show you the manual. Mhm.
Very nice.
This is my creation.
My baby.
Uh-huh. I want to show you. I'm going to give you a copy.
Yes.
It's like everything is here, literally everything.
Yeah. I can see that.
It is, right? It's so cool. So last year, let's add here. During blah, 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 everything you said. This student got me. People
Yes.
talk so much about the consequences of AIs, about the consequences of the usage of AIs.
Okay.
This sounds strange. However, it only takes us a minute to imagine how life can be changed. There was an observation here, remember?
Mm, How things a minute can be changed. It doesn't need the ID.
The passive voice.
Uh-huh.
It didn't need.
It didn't need.
It didn't need passive voice. However, it only takes us a minute to imagine how life can change if we
Mm.
just work side by side looking for new medical breakthroughs, climate change solutions, and educational advancements that can be facilitated or accelerated with AI's usage again.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I thought that I was right.
That's okay. I'm not blaming you.
Okay.
No, I'm not blaming you.
You
I
said
just
that after blaming
you said that after you yelled at me. I
me.
didn't yell. I promise. It was, it was a natural reaction, but
Okay.
I didn't yell at you. I promise. Oh my God, you're gonna make me so self-aware about it. Now every time I do, I'm like, facilitate or accelerate with AI. With the use of AI.
Mhm.
It is important to recognize that the technology has already revolutionized drug discovery, enhanced diagnostic accuracy, and accelerated scientific research across disciplines. Drug discovery
It
or drug
also,
research?
uh, that's a good question. For me, both are correct.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Let's ask Gemini.
What do you think about?
Yeah. Mhm.
But do it like me.
What?
But do it like me.
But make it sound like me.
Please.
Be more human. I saw a video. I saw a video and that was a guy telling the AI if the AI was human,
Uh-huh.
how would the human feel after receiving those indications? It was funny. It was TikTok. I don't know if I can find it. What's your take on the use of drug discovery? Shouldn't it shouldn't I use the term research? Suggest. Drug discovery is a very specific and accurate term in the context of the statement you provided. Here's my take. Drug discovery is precise and impactful. Hmm. Drug discovery is a well-defined process with clear goals, identifying and developing new medicines. Using drug discovery immediately conveys this specific area of impact. Do you agree with this?
Yes,
Oh,
because you want something like specific.
more specific.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
And if you are researching, it is more like, oh, maybe I am going to learn how the drug works,
Mhm,
or I am going to discover a new drug.
mhm, mhm. Ah, so you can actually discover drugs?
Yes.
Wow. I thought they were invented.
No, because most of them becomes from the plants or
Comes from, not become.
comes from plants or fungus.
Fungi.
Fungi.
Wow. Wow, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. You can also synthesize them,
Mhm.
but most of these work comes from something that is already in the nature.
Okay.
Mhm.
And the synthetics are the ones that are invented.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Makes more sense now. Makes more sense. It's definitely the best way to use it is discovery. Research is too broad.
Yes, it
Mhm,
expands a lot.
mhm. Perfect. So today, Gemini was right. You win this today, Gemini. Just today.
Today you did it well.
Don't feel so good about yourself. We're gonna meet each other again.
And I am going to be prepared.
I'm gonna be ready. So ready. I strongly recommend sticking with drug discovery. It is the most appropriate and precise term for the specific benefit of the technology. Um, if you really wanted to avoid drug discovery for some reason, puta, and wanted something still
Like if you
specific,
are necio.
so for some reason which I wouldn't suggest because you're insisting, use pharmaceutical development. You have therapeutic innovation.
But
Good,
they never use drug research.
good. God forbid. A man has reasons. Right.
Oh.
He's sarcastic. Thank you. I know.
Unthinkable or unacceptable.
He's highlighting the absurdity of the situation by ironically using a phrase that expresses hope that something doesn't happen. Shut up. Anyway, it is important to recognize that the technology has already revolutionized drugs discovery, enhanced diagnostic accuracy, and accelerated scientific research across disciplines. Obviously, it is important to revolutionize the way we see ethics too, establishing clear guidelines for AI safety, ensuring transparency in algorithmic decision making, and maintaining human oversight are essential. Wow. Good job. I like it. I want to send it to you
Mhm.
with, I didn't write so many corrections on underneath. I did the direct corrections on the text. Did you see?
Yes, 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 yes.
So in terms of corrections, it's already done, but I would like to suggest. I would like to work it on a suggestion for rework. Do you know what is rework?
Mm, mm.
Like rework is to write it again, but by not by yourself.
Rewrite
No, no,
it.
no.
Rewrite.
No, 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 no. Using AI so we can find other ways to explain.
Ah, okay,
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 okay, okay.
okay.
So I would suggest to throw it to the trash.
Yes. And do it again
Do it
because
again. I didn't like it. Mhm. And don't use anyway.
-5.
Minus, minus five. And never say drug discovery again in my life. Okay? I don't want to hear that ever.
To see that anymore.
Anymore. Never. Understood? Understood. Where is your file? Well, let me send it to you. And good job, girl. You always do a good job. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay.
Have a great night.
Bye. Lift. Push.
Oh, today I have to run.
Oh, then do it.
Yes.
Good job.
Okay.
You
Mm.
can, you can, you can. Go run. Go run, go run, go run. Okay?
Yes. See you tomorrow.
See you later. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.